That in this Wendy's is worse than that McDonald's and actually getting
It's twice as slow, yes. Yeah. But anyway, tonight's topic is, I had a product that I've showed to a lot of friends of mine, especially people down here in the workshop building stuff. I've showed it to you.
Yep.
I've showed it to Joe. Everybody's used it down here. We use it on a speeder bike. We use it anytime you need to use any type of tape. And the different types of tape we use it with are double back stick tape. This is a 3M tape. It's actually a cool tape. A lot of people don't realize that the product I'm going to talk about tonight and this tape, they actually tape buses together. Both sides are not riveted on. They've got aluminum caps that rivet it on, and they got stuff that goes along the sides that rivet in the bottom, but the panels themselves are not connected together any other way than by 3M double-sided tape.
Wow.
And the way they do that is they also use the product I'm going to talk about tonight. When you have adhesive Velcro and you're doing your webbing to your TK armor, your Mando armor, any armor that you're doing, a lot of Mando armor is attached. You sew on your Velcro to your vest and then attach Velcro to the inside of your armor. But how often when you're peeling off your armor plate, your Velcro also starts coming off of your armor? I know it's a problem I actually have had in the past because I didn't use this type of material or product when I built my Sand Trooper. But since then, I have gone back and reapplied all my sticky Velcro to the inside of my armor with this particular product. What this stuff is designed for, this is a automotive adhesion promoter. Yeah, there you go. Joe's pulling up a picture of it right now, so you can actually get the part number. I believe you could go into an auto parts store that is automotive paint based, like a Paint Center or something, or a chain that has a paint center. Like for us locally, we have KOI and we have Smythe, and they all have paint centers, or Napa's. If you want this product, you could probably go into a regular store and have them order it and bring it to that store, or they'll tell you, just go to our paint center 2 miles down the road and they'll give you all you got. I believe you can get this in single packs, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is how it typically comes in a body shop.
You can also order it off of Etsy and off of Amazon.
Okay, so it's available on Amazon and Etsy. I will tell you right now, this particular one, I have two that I'm going to talk about tonight, but this one here is my absolute favorite. Whenever you use it, if you decide to use it, especially to attach your Velcro to the inside of your armor, you will find that your Velcro, your sticky back Velcro, will actually be hard to get off your fingers because this stuff is on there. And what's in here is, it's a small little impregnated sponge of this adhesion promoter. This is great stuff. You can use it to bond two pieces together with double-sided tape. And of course, you're not going to have, this is going to help eliminate those times when you're pulling your armor off and you know your Velcro's coming with it, and you get in there and hold your Velcro down and then pull it rest away and then smooth the Velcro over, and for whatever reason believe the Velcro will continue to stick better or continue to stick if you just stave it and push it down. Yes.
What preparation do you need to do on the armor before using it?
Okay, the most important preparation is wipe it down with alcohol. Alcohol will clean off oils and hopefully any paint overspray. You don't want to be putting this on paint overspray because you obviously didn't prep the back of your armor for paint. So if there's paint overspray back there, clean that off, and hopefully, if you might go to something stronger like a paint thinner or lacquer thinner to clean that area. But once it's clean and dry, you use one of two products. We'll get to the other one here in a second, but use an adhesion promoter like this. These are great because you can feel it. There's just a little sponge in the side of it. You can feel a little sponge. The sponge is about that big, but it's got the adhesion promoter in it, and you use that. Primarily in a body shop, these are used when we reattach body side moldings. You take a body side molding off a car, you clean all the tape off, then you put this down, and then you reapply the tape, and you put it on, and this stuff just holds like nobody's business. That molding is on there, and it's going to stay on there. There's a funny story. When we were building the speeder bike, the ribs on the motor assembly, they're actually on our bike are 4-inch car body side moldings. I got a hold of a partially used roll of these, and I said, "Hey guys, I was not doing this part of the project, but I said, hey, when you go to do this, use this." And they put them on there. They didn't believe it would work. They said they went ahead and did it, and then within that night, they started popping off. And they were popping off because they had to be bent at extreme angles. And I said, well, did you use this? And then it's like, well, no. Because it's not going to work anyways, what they said. This is a stupid idea. It's not going to work. I said, if you use this, it will work. I said, no, it won't. So I pulled them off and cleaned them like I would at the body shop. Cleaned them, retaped them, and then applied this, and then put them back on. And that was 7 years ago.
Still there today.
And they're still on today.
To
So
be fair, you never listen to the subject matter expert. Never.
all I say is, I've done the work, I've done the time. Just listen to me, and it'll work out to find the right the first time. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, so there's another version of this material that I use a lot. We've actually used it down here a lot because it's more of a bulk of that material, and that's this. Norton's molding tape adhesive promoter. It's a very similar product. I sometimes, and it might just be my own bias against the 3M stuff, but we use it down here, and it gives us good results. I think it doesn't work as good as the 3M, but like I said, it could be my own personal bias because I love the 3M products so much more. And this stuff comes, it's got the little spongy dongle, like on the PVC glue kits. That's what's in here, the sponge. So if you do get some of this is bulk, more of a bulk. This is way more than you're going to need. This is probably enough adhesion promoter to assemble 100 stormtroopers or more. But if say you're putting a stormtrooper, a TK together, and there's certain spots you do need to have Velcro on the inside, like your chest to your back piece. On my TK, my thighs are black strap with Velcro that go up in underneath my ab plate. That's how mine stay up. I don't do the belt or suspender for the thighs. My thighs are suspended off my ab plate. And it's all done by Velcro. Even the Velcro's on both ends. So it's my TK. After I redid it, the first time I trooped it, I went back and redid everything with this. My shoulder bells have it. My biceps have it. My shins and my thighs. Because my shins, I had to be able to open them to get them off. So I Velcroed them on. I Velcroed them closed. Using this. So that Velcro goes the entire length of my calves, my calf armor on my TK. You have to be careful. Once it's opened, it's only good for about 10 minutes or so, 5 or 10 minutes. So you got to hit the spots you're going to hit. So you got to be ready to go. So for me, when I was doing mine, I had one of these for the chest and the ab. I had one for one arm and one for the other arm, and then one for each leg. So I ended up having a total of about 5, and I had a 6th one in reserve just in case I needed it.
Now, do you put your Velcro on with that wet, or does it have to dry?
You have to put this on, and you let it flash to a filmy finish. It'll actually dry dull.
I think it's a little cloudy.
Yeah, it gets a little cloudy. And you don't put it on when it's wet. You let it flash off. But it's very solvent-based, so it flashes very quick. Like if I was doing a body side molding that was as long as this table, I would wipe this side, wipe that side, and by the time I start the tape and then run it out to put it on, it's already flashing ready to go. It's that quick. It's not like barge cement where you got to wait 5 to 10 minutes depending on the humidity and the heat in the room and all that stuff. Like I said, the adhesion promoter, you can actually, if you wanted like a bulk to sit down, I have 2 cans of this. One can, I've had 2 cans for 10 years. This one's the one that's open, and it's 2/3 full, and I used it last week. But the one thing funny about this one is, just like rubber cement, it always glues itself back shut. It does seem to work pretty good in warm, moist environments like the inside of your armor. Mine has never come off, and the corners have not peeled up like you typically get with your Velcro when you got it in there. And anybody, I forgot, I should have mentioned this. This is a tip that a lot of people don't talk about. Fuzzy side, we got the fuzzy, and then we got the hook. Your hook should be facing away from your body, and the fuzzy will be facing towards your body. And the reason why is your undersuit on your TK armor or anything like that, the hook will chew a hole through that suit. And anybody that spends the money for a compression undersuit understands that pants are expensive, the shirts are expensive. Put the soft fuzzy side towards you and the aggressive hook away from you. The 3M sticky adhesive adhesion promoter for your tapes and your adhesives, your basically your tapes, your double-sided tapes, your sticky back Velcro, all that kind of stuff. This is ideal for it. It's a huge benefit to use it. It will help you. You know, there's nothing worse than unkitting and pulling everything off, and you realize that when you pulled your Velcro off, that you actually didn't get all the Velcro that was on the armor is still on the strap that you just unhooked. So
You know somebody's going to ask you, can you use hot glue?
Oh, it doesn't do anything with hot glue. It doesn't help hot glue stick to anything. Hot glue has its own thing. This is for your sticky backed double-sided tapes, adhesive Velcro right here, and similar products to these. I'm not going to say it works. It's not like for Scotch tape, but you know, you got your we got our Gorilla tape right here. We got our Gorilla. This Gorilla tape is very closely related to this. These are 2 very similar tapes. I use a lot of this because I have a lot of it. And I have a little bit of this. I have a few more full rolls that have never been used. But I love the 3M more than the Gorilla because I have a lot more experience with it, and I really, really do know what this will do.
Now, we probably should bring up, too, now that I think about it, that like in the Mando armor, the pieces that you put on your vest, you do not want to use the sticky Velcro for. Because
well, you can't sew. You can technically sew sticky backed, but when you're doing like Mando armor and you have the Velcro on the vest, and then the armor on the and then the Velcro on the armor plate, the vest Velcro is typically sewable Velcro, and then adhesive backed Velcro on your armor plates.
Can you do the same with 3M and sticking Velcro to fabric instead of sewing?
No, you cannot.
Nope.
You're gonna have to. It's better to sew to your fabric.
There's just too much.
Yeah, this is for like the 3M adhesion promoter. It's for hard surfaces. You know, here's something that I see a lot, and I can totally identify with this. Velcro is expensive, especially when you get it in this capacity right here. And a lot of people are like, well, if I use the fuzzy side on the armor and then the loop side on, and then I have to go buy more loop side to sewable Velcro to my armor, now or to my vest, I'm sorry. Now I have a foot of non-matched loop on one side and then a foot of hook that nothing hooks.
You can actually sew with the sticky side to yours.
You know how the only way you can do it, and the only way I recommend it, it gunks. You have
alcohol.
You have to do it by hand you have to do it by hand. And you know what else I recommend? You use a pair of needle nose pliers, and you use a candle, and you heat the needle so it presses through and goes through smoothly and quickly.
I've also found that you get one of those leather with the metal in the center, sailcloth sewing thimbles.
Yeah.
So that you can push it through.
So, but sewing, you cannot machine sew adhesive-backed Velcro. You can hand sew it. Okay, if you want to continue using your sewing machine for any other length of time, you cannot sew adhesive-backed.
From experience, you won't even get through what you're trying to do.
Not to mention, you're going to go through a ton of needles. Your needles will break because they're not designed for that.
Now, along those lines, what I've learned with doing the patches and stuff, and Velcro on the Scout Trooper, was if you take the Velcro or patch or whatever, and you spray the back with Super 77, and you stick it on there.
Don't start creating bad habits. Those are bad habits.
But it stays in the same place and works great.
Okay, Super 77 to hold it while you sew it. Is that what you're saying? I can't even get behind that.
No.
Primarily the sticky to the armor and our adhesion promoters, whichever you want. I think this is actually will give you a lot more for the value, but I don't think it works as good. And I totally recommend this over that. I just have this, and I have a lot of it, so I brought it out. But I still, when I really want to make it count, and it's something I want to last, this has never let me down. This has been something I've been using my entire automotive career. So this works good, and it works really good with the sticky Velcro. When you're attaching to fabric, it's not going to help you. And you're just going to have to go ahead and use sewable Velcro. You will think the cost stinks. I don't like this, but in the end, you're going to thank yourself, because if you try to hand sew or even machine sew sticky Velcro to your armor, it's just, or to your vest, I'm sorry.
Even the fabric sticky Velcro, that stuff.
The fabrics, just go and get the sewable. So you're going to have a big strip of Velcro that has nothing to mate to on one end, and then you're going to have another sewable Velcro with a whole strip that nothing mates to. But then you put them back together and reverse the process, and there you go. You made another match. You know what? My Royal Guard helmets, the visors are Velcroed in. The visor gets a shot of this for this type of Velcro, or no, the helmet gets the fuzzy Velcro. Just like I said before, the hook and loop, the hard, aggressive hooks go away from the person. So when I put my Royal Guard helmets together, they're Velcroed in, so it's clean the spot up with lacquer thinner, because it does have paint overspray from the visor opening. I let that dry. I go in with this. I hit this left, right. I have the visor already prepped, and I hit the corners and the nose where I'm going to apply Velcro. That's been hit, and then I start applying Velcro to the inside of the helmet, the fuzzy facing the person, and the hook, plastic hook aggressive, the more aggressive hook part is on the visor. So it's going to face away from me, because this is a lot nicer than the other stuff to hit your face. And like I said, with the undersuits on your TKs and whatnot, you want this facing you, the fuzzy side facing, instead of the hook side, because the hook side will quite literally, and in a very short time, wear a hole through your Under Armour. So,
And into you.
Yeah, and eventually into you, but I'm more worried about buying a new set of Under Armour. I can deal with a little bit of armor road rash.
When you get that sweat going
it's
into
the $45 to replace those pants is what I'm not happy about. I know this is kind of boring because it's a small topic, but honestly, if you are putting together a TK, you're putting together just about any costume that uses Velcro for closure.
It doesn't even have to be Star Wars.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Star Wars either. this is something you once you discover it, it's like one of those things. How did I live life without it? You know, the
ray of light comes down, the sound, the horn.
Yeah, I see the light.
Now, does it work on vinyl?
No, I don't know. What it works on.
Yes, it does.
Well, if you're going to stick something to vinyl, like what it's really designed to is this use tape. It's used in conjunction with tape. This type of tape or Velcro. That's what it is. It really doesn't matter what you're sticking it to unless you're sticking it to an oily something. So yes, it probably would work with Velcro or a vinyl, I'm sorry. But primarily it's a product that if you're going to try to stick this to vinyl, I would try to use this because this will give you a whole lot more of a chance of success. Yeah, you can pick this up anywhere. It's a 3M product, so go through some automotive stores to find it. And like Joe said, it's available on Etsy
and Amazon.
Just
type it in.
And if you need to, we'll throw the part number up one more time if you want to try it out for yourself. That's it right now. 06396.
All you have to do is type in the 3M Automotive Adhesive Promoter 06396. You will get the options for the individual packets or the box.
How much is an individual packet? Did you see?
They were packs of 3, and it was like, I think 2 something.
So it was $2 and something for a pack of 3 of these. So if you're doing a TK, I said you'll probably need 5 to 6. So you're what? $6. 25 in a box for $12.
Something like that. Yeah.
So great for an armor party. So all you Mandos putting on armor parties and your 501st people, you can take this little shop tip, which is this little adhesion promoter,
and impress everyone.
and you don't even have to tell them it came from me because I don't need the credit. I just want you to know this is something good and this is something that will help you.